morning, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of the foundation challenge. So I have been up for a very long time. It is actually 5 o'clock now. I've been up for about 5 hours actually. I haven't eaten yet, and I'm now starting to get like super hungry. It's very hard because I sleep and I'm up for such weird amounts of hours, and when I sleep, I only sleep for like 3 to 4.5 hours at a time. So I'm up a lot. And this whole eating only 3 times a day thing is very difficult, but I'm gonna get it figured out. It's gonna be good. So I am actually making a lime, it's like a lemon cake, but with lime instead of lemon for the kids for breakfast. And I've been doing some laundry, and I made grocery lists because my husband and I need to go and do our farther away grocery shopping today. So we need to go to Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, and H Mart, or Asian grocery store. So we need to do that this morning, but I've made myself, probably like 2 hours ago now, a cup of mint tea, which I actually don't brew tea. Okay, if I have mint tea, I have it cold, and meaning I put ice in a glass, and I put water in a glass, and I put the mint in the glass, and some soy creamer if I have some. And I just let it sit like that for a while. If I make other tea, then I will make it hot. And then sometimes if I want it to be cold, I'll make it hot and then put it over ice. But mint tea always is cold for me. It's very good. I really like it. So I decided I'm going to have, for this ABC part of my meal for today, I'm having 2 cups of mixed vegetables, which actually kind of works, kind of doesn't work, because there's beans in there and there's carrots in there, which are fine. They fall in the C category, but corn and peas fall in the B category. So I think it's gonna be fine. And then in terms of the A category, which is more, my mind says more proteinish type things. So when you're vegan, a lot of the things that are higher in protein kind of fall over into the category of carbohydrate too. Like your beans are both, lentils are both, a lot of vegetables can have some of both in them. But anyways, so my husband last night I'd made the cheese sauce for the boys, and I was going to have that again today because there was some left over. And I'd asked him to make the soybean pasta, which all it is soybeans. That's it. So it's very similar to, it's more processed than maybe having like tempeh or having tofu or something, but it's still just soy. There's not one other ingredient in there, and it's really high in protein. It's actually really high in fiber too. I think it's high in fiber. Oh, I don't have a bag in here, darn. Or a box rather. Anyways, we get them at Aldi's. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to have for breakfast. I am having whole bunches of vegetables with 1 cup of pasta, the soy pasta in the middle, covered by, that's half a cup of cheese sauce. I could have used less cheese sauce, obviously. I don't know what I was thinking when I put half a cup on there, other than the fact that it says on there that you can use 1/2 cup of like diet type cheese in order to call that part of your meal. But this has got to be way less healthier than Daya. There's no oil involved whatsoever. So anyways, I'm going to go and eat. I'm going to go and enjoy some breakfast and finish my tea. I actually have probably like half a glass of tea left, so I'm going to go and drink that. And then I'm not sure what I'm doing about lunch and supper for today, so we'll see when we get there. A lot of times it's just kind of when it comes, I'll figure something out. But anyways, ooh, that should be the boys' lime bread. Sounds really funky. Lemon bread sounds better, but anyways, it's made with limes. So anyways, I'm gonna go eat some breakfast, and I will check back in with you guys later. If I miss you for lunch because I just eat, I'll see you guys when it's time to exercise. Alrighty guys, so I ate this morning breakfast at like 5, and it's now 11. It's been a long time and I'm starving. So I'm going to make a recipe that is black bean enchilada soup, and this is a chocolate covered Katie recipe. I'm basically making enough so that what I take is exactly, I divide it in half. So my husband's gonna have half for lunch, I'm gonna have half for lunch, and divide it in half. And so I'm basically trying to do exactly double of the first, second, and third column. So first things first, I did not rinse these yet. I need to take these into the sink and rinse them off really well, because I don't want the salt from them. So anyway, there is essentially 1 3/4 of a cup of beans in here, and I need 2 cups for my A column, which is fine because I want to use a very small amount of Daya cheese in here. That's the cheesy part of the black bean enchilada cheesy soup. but just a tiny little bit to sprinkle on. I might put a little bit more on my husband's because he's not worried about quantities or anything. So that actually is perfect. Then I need 1 cup out of the middle column, which I'm actually going to use corn, and that's going to be 2 cups then, which again, this falls a little bit shy. It's 1 3/4 cup rather than 2 cups, but I'm not too worried about it. I think that's going to be fine. And then I need 2 cups for the last column of vegetables, but obviously I need 4 because I'm trying to double it. So I've got almost 2 cups of tomatoes that's going to go in there. And then I'm going to put in a bag of peppers and onions. And that should take up the rest of what I need for volume-wise. And I'm not following this recipe exactly. I'm using it to go off of to make for myself. I'm going to be putting some cumin in there and some chili powder in there and a little bit of lime juice, because in her recipe it says juice of 1/2 lime, and in quotations after that it says important. So I'm going to put a little splash of lime juice in there because obviously it's important. And then 2 more things. One is, in her recipe she's talking about enchilada sauce, and I was reading it and she said that she gets hers at Whole Foods. And so when we were going to the grocery store today anyway, so I found that they have an organic red enchilada sauce. And this one we usually buy Frontera brand enchilada sauce. The amount of sodium difference between this one and that one is huge. Like this, for 1/4 cup, only has 180 milligrams of sodium, where the other one, hang on, I'll tell you exactly. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, the other one for 1/4 cup has 460. So 180 versus 460, that's just a massive amount of difference for sodium. So I'm going to try this as our enchilada sauce. And then it does say that you're supposed to thicken this with, and she says that they use, it doesn't matter, whatever flour choice you would have. Before I decided to do this particular challenge, I was reading about different fiber and because I want to do a challenge with just a specific challenge that's fiber, increasing the amount of fiber that you have in a day. And one of the things that I read was potato starch is the highest resistant starch that you can come across, and it is super good for you. And they had it at my mom bought this potato starch, that's all that's in there, it's just potato starch, at Market Street. Yeah, Market Street. It was on sale for 1/4. Like they were getting rid of stuff, and it's not expired. It doesn't expire till 2020. So they obviously were just trying to clean stuff out that wasn't getting purchased. So anyways, so I'm gonna put a couple tablespoons of this in there for the thickener. You are supposed to have 4 cups of vegetable broth in here as well, and I am just going to use the liquid that's on the corn because there's no salt on that, and then I'm going to use water for the rest of it. And I'm not going to use any better than bouillon until the end when I try it, and if it needs just a tiny little bit more sodium, then I might put a little bit in there. But my husband and I have gotten very used to not having a whole bunch of salt, so I don't really think that it's going to need it. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm also going to, like I said yesterday, you can have fruit with either the first or second meal of the day that you have. So I'm going to have some strawberries. We found some organic strawberries at Whole Foods that were on sale, like a big huge container of them for $3.99. I was super excited. So I'm going to wash up some strawberries to have with lunch, and I'm going to go put all this together, and I will be back to tell you how awesome it is, because I'm sure it's going to be delicious. But yeah, I'll be back in just a little bit. Alrighty guys, so I'm guessing that this recipe is definitely a repeat recipe, definitely a keeper. I don't think that you need the cumin and the chili powder in it with the enchilada sauce. I really don't think so. Although maybe you do. I thought it was actually a little bit spicy, even though the enchilada sauce said it was a mild heat. And my husband and my daughter both thought that it was absolutely perfectly fine the way that it was. They didn't think it was too spicy at all. Perfect amount of spice. Anthony said he thinks it's the absolute perfect amount of spice. So, and Samantha thought it was really good. So anyways, when I made it, I did end up putting 2 bags of the peppers and onions in there because I was worried that there wasn't going to be enough vegetables in it. I made way too much. So this pot was like overflowing almost. And Anthony and I each had a very large bowl of chili or enchilada soup. So anyways, it was really good, and the strawberries that I had were super fantastic as well. So that's it for me for right now. I think that I'm actually gonna go take a nap. I am very tired, and then get up and exercise tonight after supper. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I would definitely recommend making this enchilada chili recipe, and like I said, it's from Chocolate Covered Katie. I'll put a link in the description box below for you guys, but this is really good. I would definitely suggest making this. And I just used, like I said, the potato starch. I didn't use whatever flours you could have used as an option, and it worked out really well. It's a very nice consistency of thickness. It actually is spot on. So that's it for me for now, guys, and I will see you again later. Alright guys, so believe it or not, I totally slept through supper, which is totally fine, not an issue at all. My husband's not super interested in exercising right now, so I'm just going to exercise without him. So I thought we would go over what foundation day 2 actually is. Okay, so apparently day 2 is about strength training. I'm still going to do the level 1. So basically what you start with are 6 reverse lunges. Again, I'm going to do them on both sides. 6 squats, 6 squat hold. It doesn't say how long to hold. I think you're supposed to hold for 20 seconds. 20 arm raises, 20 circled, and then 20 count arm hold. Oh, 6 count squat hold. That must mean you count to 6 and that's it. Well, that sounds good to me. That doesn't sound too bad at all. Anyways, this is day 2. I'm going to go and do this, and if I get hungry before I go to bed, I'm actually just going to have some, you can have a 1/4 cup of, let's see, what was it? Any kind of nut butter. So I probably will just have that with a piece of celery, or actually as many pieces of celery as I want, to be honest with you, but I'm sure that I will not eat 2 cups worth of celery. That's for sure. Anyways, I'm going to go do this and get this accomplished for the day, and I will see you guys again tomorrow.